trod. Glorify the majesty of God. Zion may I trod. Jah fought the Red Sea with the rod.
Greetings and welcome to Jesse I Interviews. I'm Jesse I, and I'm recording this on the unceded lands of the Bunurong, Boon Wurrung and Wurundjeri Woi Wurrung peoples of the Eastern Kulin Nation, and as always I want to pay my respects and acknowledge them as the traditional owners of these lands. Once again, it's been a while between episodes. Hopefully I can get back into the swing of things and start releasing these more regularly going forward. For this episode, I've decided to go way back into the archives for an interview with the singer Jah Cure, recorded back in May 1999 when I was presenting the reggae program Chant Down Babylon on the RMIT University-based student radio station SRA-FM. I decided to dig this interview up as Jah Cure has been in the news lately, as he was once again sentenced to time in prison. For those that don't know, let me give the background. Not long after I recorded this interview with him back in 1999, Jah Cure was sentenced to 15 years in prison for raping a girl at gunpoint. I'd actually just finished making a website for him at the time, which was basically a fan site compiling samples of all his songs and a transcript and the audio of this interview. At the time I really had to think hard about whether or not to publish the website at all, but in the end I did, as there was a lot of doubt about his guilt at the time, and ultimately I decided that his music was conscious and positive, even if he himself didn't live up to that music. I was obviously a huge fan, and at some level I think I just chose to believe he wasn't really capable of such acts at the time. In retrospect though, I'm pretty sure he was guilty, and I think we saw his true colours once again recently when he was convicted of attempted manslaughter and sentenced to 6 years in prison in the Netherlands last month. This time it was for stabbing a concert promoter. I had a couple more interactions with Jah Cure over the years which kind of confirmed for me that he's not a good person. But first let me present this original interview that I conducted as an idealistic teenager back in 1999. As always, this is completely unedited. This one is a little awkward at times, as he obviously had trouble hearing me properly, or maybe understanding me, but he also wouldn't have done many interviews at this stage of his career, so his answers weren't too polished. So here we go. Jesse I interviews Jah Cure, May 1999. Can you still hear me?
Yeah?
Can you hear me now, Jah Cure?
Yeah, man, I can hear you, man.
Fantastic. Okay, well,
Yeah, man.
I do a radio show here in Melbourne, Australia.
Seems to have to take time because I read in Europe this ago. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I do a radio show which broadcasts around Melbourne and write articles for a paper. So,
Yeah.
I'll just do it like we're on radio, and I'll play it on my show next week. So,
Okay.
with me right now on the line, I've got the man called Jah Cure, one of the hottest young singers over there in Jamaica. How are things for you in Jamaica right now, Jah Cure?
Well, things for me in Jamaica that's picking up, speedily, but, since lately, because the album is finishing up for next month and things keep going still,
Okay, so you've just recorded an album.
I'll get ready for them side of the world,
Fantastic. You just recorded an album, you say?
Yeah, man.
What producer are you recording that with?
But I'm recording with Barry Salmon right now, Harmony House, label,
Fantastic.
Sometimes I'm doing a little thing for Butcher Bantam, but Barry is the man.
All right. So,
Harmony House production.
okay, and when's that coming out?
Well, roughly like the end of July, starting at the end of May, July,
Fantastic.
and June or whatever, in June.
Okay.
Probably in June,
All right.
We have some lot of overdubbings to do, so,
Seen. So whereabouts in Jamaica do you come from, Jah Cure?
But in Jamaica, I normally come from Montego Bay, but, I grew up in Kingston, where it's like small Hollywood in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
Small Hollywood for the stars and things.
All right. And you've only been on the scene for a little while. You're still young, yeah? How old are you now, Jah Cure?
Well, I'm just 20, but I've been on the scene from a couple of years now, like 7, 8 years,
Okay.
Fully on the scene.
How did you get your start in the scene? How did you get your first break?
Well, I was always in the music, cause really and truly, I don't really study of nothing else. Music was my desire, my dreams, you know. So I ended up starting out like going to studio, linking it Cape Town and Butch Banton and a lot of artists. Till Sizzler come into play, and when Sizzler linking and Sizzler end up doing something for Barry. The first thing, you know, that the people know, King in the Jungle.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, we just get things going, you know.
All right.
All over, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, make a tour in Europe and a lot of places in the Caribbean, and you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
ready for some other places in Europe and around things.
Fantastic. Well, I love your vocal style. Sometimes it's like straight singing, and sometimes you seem to mix a bit of DJ style in there as well. How did you develop your voice?
My song?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, your voice.
Well, it's just musically, you know. You have to have it musically, inspiration, you know. You just make music and the vibes, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, what sort of
vibes?
What sort of process do you go through in writing your songs? Where does your inspiration come from? You take inspiration from the Most High?
My inspiration comes from the love of the people, the natural things that I see in life. You know, the full enjoyment of the whole life itself, you know, on the earth. And I look at the people and see the joy, but some of them, they really see what I see, you know. Inspiration comes from a lot of things. But I always admire Mama Nature, you know. The hills and the valleys, and get the vibes, you know. To sing of what I see going on in life, in the cities or whatever the people are facing or whatever, you know.
Right. Who would you say has been the biggest influence on your career?
Huh?
Who would you say has been the biggest influence on your career?
Repeat that for me again, please.
What artists on the scene impress you the most? Who have you sort of looked to for inspiration on the reggae scene?
Well, I'm an artist, but I like every singer, especially, you know, the heavenly singers, you know.
Right.
The singers with the touching, you know.
Okay. And you've done some
like Barry Salmon and Yama Paula in Jamaica, but I always like the R&B singers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lionel Richie's and from them days, you know.
Right. Okay. And you've done some very nice combination tunes.
Whatever.
You've done some very nice combination tunes with another newcomer, Jah Mason. You got any more tunes with Jah Mason planned for us?
Huh?
Do you have any other tunes with Jah Mason coming in the works for us?
Jah Mason?
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
You did a couple nice tunes with Jah Mason, I've heard. Working So Hard and...
yeah, I did 2 tunes with Jah Mason, yeah.
How was that working with him?
Well, he would have to tell you that still, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's here, but not right here beside me right now, but, you know.
Right, okay.
Things are picking up a little, but he would have to tell you the fullness of, you know.
Right, okay.
His, yeah.
Cool. You sing mostly reality tunes, you know, dealing with everyday suffering and struggles. What are your feelings on the current Jamaican society and the economic and political climate over there?
Well, what I'm really feeling from the economical climate over here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I.
What's that? What did you say again?
With you sing a lot of reality tunes. You sing about the everyday suffering and the struggles going on over there in Jamaica. Well, what do you think about the political and economic situation there?
Well, when I think about it, that's what I sing about it. I said divide and rule is the only plan, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be a fool to let the system overcome, because we are royal people, we are kings. Because we've seen so many fall and stumble along the way, so we have to just take it one step at a time, you know.
Right, okay.
And be wise, you know what we're living for, know what we're fighting for. You understand?
Understand. And as a conscious artist, what do you think when you hear the gun lyrics and slackness in the dancehall?
Well, them things have a bad influence on the people. Them things that have a whole lot to do with the influence on the system and the youth growing up. Everyone, youth them will get poisoned from early out. Because you get to understand that them mostly, them things they catch on to the younger one's mind faster than even the reality sounds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
A few reality sounds with a few melodies. That's why even though we have to make songs with very deep melodies, that means melody can get to soothe the soul and touch the heart of the baby. Same can even get to sing and conquer over some vibes, but we still have to get rid of some of them slackness and too much of the gun lyrics because it have a deep impact on the youth, man. You know, a terrible influence because there's a lot of things are going through the influence of that. And we have to know because music is a real message, you know. We have to teach it the right way and proper way, preach it, you know. We can't really ramp with it because the Father ordained this. Music is higher than that. It was before us. You know? So the Father set iron in it as a small hand to go on, you know? So we have to just do our best because it's all about teaching the people the right.
Do you think that we're seeing a return to more conscious, roots-based reggae now? It seems to really be coming back lately. The roots reggae seems to be coming back in the last few years, made a big return to the dancehall.
Yeah, that has to come back right now because I see a lot of the artists that giving the people the music that way is really getting some strength now, you know? And I really see where we're going to have forward that edge, you know?
Right. Well, Sizzla and Anthony B and Capleton and a lot of these guys are identifying themselves as Bobo Rastas. Would you consider yourself in the same camp?
Yeah, man, I'm a Bobo man. Mm-hmm.
Right.
A Bobo is just a fullness, you know?
Okay. Well, for those of us here in Australia who aren't familiar with the distinction, what exactly is a Bobo Rasta? Can you explain that a little for us?
Well, a Bobo Rasta is just a faithful one. But every black man is a Bobo Rasta. Every man is a Bobo Rasta, you know? Every living man, because Bobo is righteousness. Bobo is holiness, you know? Faithfulness, endurance. Have the most side. The Melchizedek order still the priestly order, you know? And teach out the way to the Father still with principles and that. Well, the Bobo order is just a principle order. The highest order, you know? That's like you see the Buddha. We Buddha that live with high principles and things. You understand me?
Yeah, I understand. Respect.
Yeah, the Bobo is a man of high principles and things. He take his prayers like more serious more than most Rasta. You understand? Because the Bobo man, you have to praise in the morning, you have to pray in the mid, you have a special prayer in the morning, special prayer in the midday, special prayer in the evening at noon, and you know, you have to keep the Sabbath holy and thing, but it's not the Bobo is the only one that do that, but the Bobo emphasize on that. The Sabbath day is to be kept holy and, you know, a lot of principle in the righteous order to live. That's good, because that preserve man still, you know. It teaches that a man of right is Jah in flesh. You know, so if he's a man of right, you know, his God is within that flesh. And if he's a man of wrong, is Satan manifesting through that flesh at that moment. Understand?
Yes, I respect.
A woman of wrong is the Sataness, is a woman of right is goddess. So, you know, that's the teachings, you know. There's a lot of principles and in the heart of the Bobo still. That's what I see. And those principles are really good for man. You know, especially mankind on the whole, because them principles will have a powers where, you know, give man with all mind powers, mind force and all the other to govern certain lifestyle, you know, govern the powers of life. Then.
Right.
So you have to know the mystics of life to survive. You have to hold certain meditation to sustain yourself in this Gideon where I go on. Because a world crisis has come now, you know. You guys see that?
Yes, I've seen.
Me?
Yes, a lot of stuff going on worldwide. We hope Jah Music is making a difference there.
Eh?
A lot of trouble going on in the world right now. We hope that Jah Music can make a difference, spread Jah message.
Yes, but that's why I have to sing harder. When I see all these things, I write harder, you know. I do my best. You know, every song I sing is like it's the first and the last, but it will never be. But I'm doing it like as you know, as if you know.
Respect. Yeah, and we love that music you're putting out too. So what else can we expect from Jah Cure in the future? You got the album coming out soon. What else do you have planned?
Well, I expect the best. What else I have planned is just music. You know, great music in my back of my mind to send forward in front. Let it out and let the people hear it, what I have in store, you know?
Righto.
Yeah, man.
So do you have any final words? Do you have any final words of wisdom to leave for the Australian massive?
Yeah, you know. It's a word of right. It's always soothing to the soul, you know. So right now, to all the people in
Yeah, Melbourne, Australia.
yeah, Melbourne, Australia. Right now, Jah Cure is telling you that. Anytime, I'm coming your way.
Yeah, sounds good.
You can expect the best of me, and anytime you hear Jah Cure, you will always hear best and better best. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna always give the people what they really want, you know?
Respect you.
What West Indies is giving.
Respect you to the man Jah Cure. Respect you. Doing Jah work. We'll be looking forward to more from you, Jah Cure. We'll be staying tuned and promoting your music to the full.
Alright, whenever I'm coming your side, man, you can expect the best out of me. And whenever you're listening no new records or whenever you hear any new songs of Jah Cure, it's gonna be better best than before.
Respect.
I always try to come better than before, you know?
Respect. We'll be tuning in.
The time, you know?
All right.
You
Well,
understand?
yes, I. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me, Jah Cure. It's been fantastic.
Yes, my brother.
Now, hey, Jah Cure, I wonder if you could... Is there a chance you could record an ID for my radio show? Just say, this is Jah Cure with Jesse I, chanting down Babylon.
No problem.
My radio show is called Chant Down Babylon.
Chant down Babylon.
Yep, and DJ Jesse I. I'm DJ Jesse I.
DJ Jesse I.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Whenever you need, you run it.
It's recording.
Ready?
Yeah, it's running.
Yeah, we have done no original, but 1 point whatever. Chant down Babylon, you know, original Jesse I alongside with Jah Cure in the studios, you know, chilling out. Music to them soul, don't touch that flipping dial, it's burning, you know, check it. Rasta.
Fantastic, Jah Cure.
Need another one?
Yeah, one more would be fantastic.
The dial, give me the dial tone.
Yeah, man. It's
Have a dial,
94.9 FM.
Yeah. You ready now?
Yes, ready.
This is 94.9 FM with Jah Cure, you know. A man like you don't know. Original. Alright, come forward and give me that one. Give me your name again.
Respect.
Give me your name again.
My name is Jesse I.
Jesse I, 94.9.
Yep, SR Student Radio. It's Student Radio.
94.9.
Yep, that's right.
Alright, 94.9 FM.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Chant down Babylon.
Chant down Babylon every
Ready
time.
now?
Ready now.
Alright. Yeah. This is 94.9 FM, you know, chant down Babylon with man like Jesse I and Jah Cure chilling out in the studios, you know. Yeah, man, it's musically, physically, spiritually, internationally, you know. I will always giving the people what they want. Don't touch that flipping dial, see it at burning, you know, musically. Let it loose. Forever, Rastafari. Jesse I. Yeah, man.
Respect. Sounded very good, Jah Cure. Well,
brother.
I'll let you go now. You got Jah work to carry on, so I won't take up any more of your time.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
my brother.
Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me, Jah Cure. That's much appreciated, and we'll keep pushing your works down under.
All right, you're welcome every time, my brother. You take care of yourself too, okay?
All right, thank you.
Until we meet again.
All right, sounds good.
Rastafari.
Rastafari, respect, Jah Cure. Goodbye now.
Yes, my brother.
Shining the funny for the longest time, Jah, and I never ever quit. I just got to do this. Shining the valley and I never ever quit. Shining the valley and I got to do this. Shining the valley to keep myself in for this Armageddon war. For this final war.
Jah Cure speaking to me via phone from Jamaica back in May 1999. The next time I was to speak to Jah Cure, it was through a Perspex screen at the Spanish Town prison in Jamaica in 2002. I went to visit him there when on my first trip to Jamaica, and he was super excited to see me at the time. He knew me from this interview and from the website that I made for him, and he seemed genuinely touched that I'd come to visit him. He wasn't doing too well at the time, so I left him a couple $100 despite being on a really tight budget myself for that trip. And he promised me at the time, I will never forget this. Well, that wasn't really true. Although he was sentenced to 15 years, he was released in 2007, and I tried to link up with him when I visited Jamaica in 2009. I got his personal phone number from a mutual friend, and I called and texted him many times. He did write back once, so I know he got all the messages, but he never actually linked me back. So much for I'll never forget this. I do have other stories about Jah Cure, but those are more second-hand accounts, so I'll leave it there. Suffice to say, I won't be wearing a free Jah Cure t-shirt anytime soon. That's it for another episode. Big shout out to my Patreon patrons, the Don Armageddon Time, the Real General Empress Irie, me Idrins John from Champion Sound, Tom Tanuki and Tob Solomon, and me Chargies DJ Pablito and Big Ding. Really appreciate love you all. Thanks for listening. Eyes as every time.
Divide and rule is their own plan, but I am no fool.